You're not going to talk? Should I come back with Commander Wolf? I'm pretty sure this is all he'll need to detain you and your husband.
I say don't
Yeah,
even give her the option, just detain her.
yeah, detain her. Get them arrested. The madhouse should be shut down and you two should be arrested for illegal activities. From there? She points at the adult ward. What? From my lab in this building. You made them? So it's her fault that Candela went nuts. Anyway, the potions you synthesized in your lab, they're artificially created?
She's a bad scientist.
Yes.
Couldn't make a potion right.
And they caused this?
Uh-huh.
Look at her face. She's all mad. You don't deserve to be mad, Oriel. We don't know that. They could have, but there's no evidence of that yet.
No, there's total evidence. She's just been in the madhouse this whole time.
Yeah, and you just admitted to it. Sort of. See, she said they could have. And there's no evidence yet, which means there could be evidence leading to you being arrested, lady.
I know, I want to see where she's making all these potions.
Yeah, take us to the laboratory, crazy. See, there have been cases of inmates losing control of their magic due to some instability in their minds. What we observed is that inmates who suddenly develop severe symptoms of psychosis are at a higher risk of experiencing loss of control of magic. Psychosis? You mean hallucinations and the like?
So maybe they've been feeding her these potions this whole time? Oh, because they've all been kind of drinking them and she just went crazy.
Oh, yeah.
That makes our character, Janice, the only sane one because she doesn't need to drink any of them.
Oh, yeah, because she doesn't have magic. Yes! Hallucinations, delusions, thought disorders, things like that.
And you still gave them to them? Oh, and then I remember way back when Mr. Sherwood was saying that guy who was kind of loony and would like hurt himself, and they're like, why do you keep giving him the potions? They're like, we can't take his magic away from him. It's probably because they wanted to see the results. They were observing him.
Oh, man. Candela Carroll was hiding her hallucinations. We brought her here as soon as we found out. Yeah, but then you fed her the potions. We should have suspected sooner that something was amiss.
Really? I think they knew all along. They're just pretending to be all, oh, well, we didn't know this would happen. I mean, if they're observing all of it, this bothers me. Because now I'm like, had they not give her any of the potions, she'd still be alive.
She'd be fine. She was fine at the beginning of the game. She would have been fine throughout the whole thing if you didn't feed her the potion.
I know, because she was already kind of having those hallucinations apparently at the beginning when she sketched that cat picture.
Yeah. Arrest her, Poe. While short-term memory loss is common among inattentive inmates, the way Candela Carroll kept forgetting even the smallest things wasn't quite normal. Wait, so this ward isn't actually a ward for adult inmates, but for inmates who have hallucinations?
Oh my gosh.
Yes, but not all of them. Only those who suddenly develop new psychotic symptoms.
From the potions you're giving them.
For example, Candela Carroll was diagnosed with inattentiveness, and for years that was her only lunacy. When we discovered she had been hallucinating, we brought her here.
Gee, so she would have been totally fine had she not drank any of those potions.
Yeah, poor Candela. Likewise, Fia Leone had been delusional for a long time, but we only moved her here after she started having auditory hallucinations.
Oh, great.
But child inmates who were already hallucinating prior to coming to the madhouse were able to stay in the children's ward unless their conditions became substantially worse.
So if they're giving them those potions, they're already going to become worse.
Why is that? Why not everyone who has hallucinations?
Because they don't want to get caught. Look at them.
Oh, I think I know. Because you suspect that the newly developed symptoms are linked to your artificial mana potions. Inmates only start using them after they're admitted to your madhouse, is that right? Busted. Yes, but we have no evidence proving that yet. We put those inmates in this building so we can observe them to verify whether or not the symptoms really are caused by the potions.
Jeez, Oriel's being so nonsensical about this.
Oriel, you're going to jail. Pack your things and get out.
I almost thought that was the actual line. I was like, go, Poe.
No, that was me, Gamer Girl's line. This isn't evidence enough for you. Poe gestures at the house and Candella's body. Go, Poe, show her that evidence. I believe that Candela Carroll lost control of her magic, partly because she was too excited to be visited by her friends. No! Shut your mouth, lady. No. It was not their fault. It was your fault and your husband's fault. I hope you go. Go. I don't want to see you. That lady's frustrating me now. I thought you were all nice, but no. You were in cahoots with your husband's shady business. That would have caused her to be in an unstable mental state. Oh, does that normally happen to lunatics? No, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was caused by the potions.
She's just walking herself into a deeper hole. She's like digging herself deeper.
Yeah, let's just give her and her husband a shovel. Dig your graves right now, because you're digging yourself deeper into it.
I was gonna say, just give him the cuffs.
I see. Poe nods, though clearly unhappy. We're all unhappy, Poe. You're not the only one. There's one more thing I want to know. You call this building the adult ward, but it's actually a ward for inmates who suddenly get severe psychosis. Is it a coincidence that no small children develop the symptoms? Probably not. In other words, those who are moved here are inmates who have consumed your potions for an extended period of time, and inmates who reach 18 years of age without developing new symptoms. That's consistent with your official story of this being the adult ward, isn't it? Why are you risking this, Mrs. Sherwood? Why make your own potions?
Like, imagine they were 2 in 1. He just like puts on a hat and like a wig. It's like, I'm Mr. Sherwood.
Like, that's the big reveal of the whole thing. Like, I'm both of them.
Oh, geez,
and I'm not married at all.
That she's just been taking the potions herself, and she's like, I'm both.
That'd be scary. They're cheaper.
Oh, jeez.
Wait. Back it up. Not only is she experimenting, but she made these potions just because they're cheaper, because she wanted to save some dough for her and her husband? No, unacceptable. Sorry, I should let you have some input.
No, it's okay, I'm with you.
Okay. Is that the only reason? Are you sure it's not because you want to make a nice profit from selling them? Poe's smarter than he looks.
Oh, I always thought Poe was smart.
He is, but I mean, like, you wouldn't think he would, like, get to the bottom of this. I thought Wolf or Joff would unveil this, you know, in front of Oriel and Mr. Sherwood, you know?
Yeah, I kind of thought he'd be too busy in his work to come make the whole official thing.
Yeah. We haven't sold them to anyone yet. Lord Godwin is going to be our first client.
Oh,
Aha!
that's awful. Don't tell Godwin that.
You're rubbing hands with the Lord, so you can get your dirty hands on some big money so you could be richer than the Lord. So you could be in it with his good graces so he can give you something, huh? No.
Can you imagine Joff heard that? I think that'd make Joff angry.
If Joff heard that,
What?
If Joff heard that, I bet he would take off his white glove and slap her in the face, because I would. I see, but I have a feeling there's a bigger plan for... Ah, it's that, isn't it? The mega project, the plan to turn Eclipse into a mad town.
Oh.
So you've heard about that too? You want Eclipse to be self-sustainable, and one of the necessities for that, the most basic of them, is mana. Got you speechless. Or he caught you speechless. Poe seems to want to ask another question, but he changes his mind when a group of men in blue uniforms arrive.
Yeah, the police, hopefully. Yep.
Looks like the police are here. Take her away, boys.
Can you imagine this took Poe away instead?
Wait, what?
I said, can you imagine they took Poe away instead?
Oh, God. It'd be like, no, you got the wrong person. Thank you for answering my questions, Mrs. Sherwood.
They're probably all waiting the whole time just to hear a confession.
Yeah, like they're like right behind her, like, she confessed, we can arrest her legally now.
No. We got what we needed, let's drag her off.
I wonder if they got Mr. Sherwood first. Because, like Oriel's over in the adult ward, what if they got Mr. Sherwood first who was on the other side? I hope so.
Yeah.
Even with what he discovered from Oriel Sherwood, the whole situation was still hazy. After telling the police everything he knew, Johann Poe returned to his lab to collect his thoughts. At this point, there was no question that Eclipse's mana potions were illegal, but he was now more concerned about the long-term effects of consuming those potions. Wait, were they illegal? One needed a permit to import Temulawak from Vipantera, the colony of the East, and process it into mana potions, but Johann had never heard of any laws that prohibited artificially creating such potions. He'd have to talk to Wolf about that tomorrow.
Oh, Professor, welcome back.
His assistant greeted him as he entered the laboratory. Johann returned the greeting, then plopped down on a chair. He mulled over everything Oriel Sherwood had told him. He had little doubt that the artificial potions were the primary cause, if indirectly, of the incident that had happened at Eclipse today. But the woman was right. There was no scientific evidence. It was an educated guess at best, a baseless accusation at worst. It wasn't as if he couldn't sympathize with the Sherwood's cause to give lunatics their own society, and he understood that they needed to be able to synthesize their own mana potions to support that plan. Even if the potions were harmful given enough time, Oriel Sherwood would probably be able to eliminate the side effects. If she was successful, it wouldn't be just Eclipse that got to enjoy the fruit of that research. All of Overture could benefit from it. But what of the children who'd have to suffer on the way to that goal? How many more Candela Carols would have to die? However, Johann couldn't be completely sure that the potions were to blame. There was no scientific evidence. Without that evidence, he could make assumptions all day, but he'd never get any closer to finding the truth. Is it possible for a lunatic to acquire a new madness? The professor mused out loud.
It's possible.
Came the answer to Johann's surprise.
For example, someone's anxiety may cause him to also suffer from depression.
What about suddenly hallucinating? Blyton rolled her eyes in thought.
It's not as common, but I've heard of cases like that. For example, some people who are manic depressive can experience psychosis during one of their manic episodes. Why are you suddenly interested in mental disorders?